Hello everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to another reaction video. Not so long ago I wrapped up my reactions to Shogun. If you haven't seen them, you can find the link in the description to the playlist of those reactions. I gotta say I really enjoyed this show, so I would urge you to check out those reactions. It was a great show and I love reacting to them. But yeah, all the good things come to an end, so I wrapped up Shogun, so it's time for a new TV show to start reacting to, and I decided to go with the Tudors. And it's a TV show I haven't seen before. It's my first time watching this, and I've been wanting to watch this for quite some time. I've seen Vikings. It's from the same creator, Michael Hirst. He created the Tudors and also the Vikings. Vikings for me was an amazing show. I really loved it. Huge fan of that show. Was in the lucky position to meet a couple of the actors from that show, and yeah, really enjoyed watching Vikings. So yeah, the Tudors has been on my watch list for quite some time now, and I don't know why it didn't happen yet, but yeah, sometimes you have that, because every time you say to yourself, I'm gonna watch this right now, and then something else comes and messes up your schedule, basically. But yeah, it's a show that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time, and not because it's from the creator of Vikings only, but that whole period of English history is very fascinating to me. I read a couple of books about Henry VIII and also about his daughter Elizabeth I. So it's going to be really cool to see how they intertwine real history with drama, because I've read some things here and there. You know, it's an old show, so you're bound to catch some spoilers here and there, or stuff that's written about it, and you know, sometimes they imagine stuff or make stuff up, but you know, for me that's understandable, because you don't want to be taught like a history lesson or like a documentary. There has to be some drama involved. So yeah, and a lot of things they didn't know what happened behind the scenes at the, you know, in the palaces, at court. So yeah, making stuff up, that's okay with me, as long as they follow the real history that occurred back then. So you know, all the wives of Henry VIII, we'll probably see them throughout the course of this TV show. At least I hope so. And you know, that's one thing I hope, that it's not a show that they just cancelled before there was a proper ending. I hope this wraps up like it should. And yeah, really excited to dive in, and can't wait to see what happens. Like I said, I know something of the real history here and there, and gonna be great to see yeah, what they planned out during this show. I don't really know who plays the characters on this show. I know that Henry VIII is played by Jonathan Rhys Meyers, I think his name is, and he plays Henry VIII. So that's all I know. For the rest, I don't know who's in it, or if there are any familiar faces in it, or yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, just dive in. This is episode number 1 of the Tudors, and yeah, let's go. So we're starting in Italy instead of England. That's a surprise. Oh, Sam Neill is in it. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea who's in this show, except from Jonathan Rhys Meyers then.
What could possibly be so important that you dragged me from my bed before 7 o'clock in the morning? The Duke has called an early meeting of the council. He wanted you to attend.
I think he's got a familiar face as well, but can't really place him.
Why the French here?
That is what His Grace wants to talk to you about.
Yeah, I think war is brooding at that point. The costumes look really good. They look amazing.
Excellence.
No. Assassination attempt. Well, not an attempt. It's a successful one. Yeah, he's dead. I wonder who he is.
Mr. Pace.
Whitehall Palace. I don't think Henry VIII lived at Whitehall at that point.
He's in seclusion and not to be disturbed.
Because I'm guessing this place is in the beginning of his reign. I think Whitehall was acquired by him after Wolsey died, I think.
I think you ought to remember it was his uncle they murdered.
The king!
I think that's another error or something they changed. I don't think he had an uncle at that point, but... Oh, there's Sam Neill.
And my uncle murdered in cold blood.
Yeah, I don't think you can accept that, yeah.
I warned you a year ago about French ambitions, though it has taken this personal tragedy for your majesty to accept my word.
He's got a big mouth to the king. He's got some nerves.
I agree with my Lord Buckingham. The King of England has an ancient and historic right to the French throne, which the Valois have usurped.
What say you, Wolsey?
He didn't seem very eager to go to war.
Are indeed just causes.
Good. Then it is settled. We are to war with France. Now, I can go play.
So easy for these guys to go to war back then. Messing around with some girls. I think he was married at this point as well. But doesn't seem like this is his wife. Probably one of the upsides of being king back in those days. Look at these guys. You have to listen to everything that goes on in that room. That's one place I really would like to go to, Hampton Court.
But how to explain this? The murder of my king's uncle.
Well, frankly, it was not done on my master's orders. And those that committed the crime have...
That's easy to say.
Then, by all means, let us have war.
With the greatest respect, you don't mean that.
Well,
He sounded like he wanted to go to war as well. No, playing tennis. I didn't know that was a thing back then. Is that Superman? Yeah, that's Henry Cavill. Awesome.
A game, I think, Anthony.
Look at that baby face. I had no idea he was in this.
Who is she?
It's more like a version of squash. Indoors.
How is our daughter?
She's well.
That's his wife. Catherine of Aragorn.
In music. You should be proud.
I am. You know I am, Catherine.
Oh man, that's the girl that he was fooling around with. Crazy.
You have not answered my nephew's letters.
Just because your nephew's the king of Spain, does he think I have nothing better to do? Since when are you a diplomat?
I am my father's daughter.
Well, I think she actually was a diplomat.
You are not my chancellor, but my wife.
Doesn't seem like he really loves her, you know. I think she was married to his brother at first, before he died.
Henry, we are not.
I think it was a marriage more out of necessity than out of love. Nice scar on his stomach. Don't know, is that real or maybe for the show?
Tell Her Majesty, I came to offer my love and devotion as her true husband.
Yes, Your Majesty.
But now he's checking out that girl. Unbelievable. Oh man. Did she just get invited to his chambers? Surely has a big appetite for women. Yep, there he goes. Oh man. Yeah, the king does as he pleases. That's for sure. I wonder if this girl has a choice, you know. She's been told you have to go to the king's chambers, but what if she doesn't want to, you know? Can she turn him down? I don't know. Doesn't seem like she wants to turn him down, but if she wanted to, I don't know.
3 points! Earl of Portland! Mr. Charles!
Yeah, like I said, the costumes look amazing. Even the armor. He better look out before he knows the king will steal her.
On!
Really brutal stuff. This jousting. I think that's what it's called, right? Jousting. Yeah, brutal stuff. Henry VIII even sustains an injury because of that. I wonder if they're going to show that. I hope so. He has an injury to his leg.
Will now joust a plaisance with the...
Oh, that's the girl's father. I think he's got a score to settle now.
Another 3 points for his grace.
Damn. Pretty bloody. Oh, I thought he was going against Superman. I guess I misunderstood that one.
This is the outline of a new peace treaty, uniting the English with the French. If your king accepts it in principle, he can sign it without any loss of face. Indeed, he can rejoice. My master can rejoice.
Yeah, but doesn't think his master knows about this treaty. He seemed pretty set on going to war, so...
He's won 10 courses already. What is he trying to prove?
I'm going to take him.
No, I'll do.
I'd love to damage Buckingham's pride.
Oh, now they are going against each other. I thought the previous one, he was going against... I think it's Brandon is called. Oh, the king is coming.
His Majesty makes the challenge. À la guerre.
Is this where he gets injured? I don't know. I don't think so. Will you let him win, or I don't know? It's the king. You don't want to. You want to stay in his favor. Sir Thomas More and his family. Really well-known figure.
My wife, Alice. Alice, won't you kiss the king?
Mistress Alice.
Your Majesty.
On the mouth. Crazy.
As a humanist, I have an abhorrence of war. It's an activity fit only for beasts, yet practiced by no kind of beast so constantly as...
As a king, I'm forced to disagree.
Spoken like a lawyer.
You should know, you taught me.
Not well enough, it seems.
Are you finished?
Harry, I must urge you that instead of spending ruinous amounts of money going to war, you should spend it rather on the welfare of your people.
Yeah, but if the ambassador gets murdered, you know? I know if he had so much choice.
I'm a direct descendant of Edward II. This is my crown. And this is my court, not his crown or his court.
Well, gather them, your men, and fight for it.
And one day, we shall make it come true.
Those are some dangerous words to speak in court. I don't think you can trust anybody there, so...
What's this? Brandon.
That's what it looks like. Your Grace.
Screwing your daughter. Holy shit.
Take no honor.
I swear to your Grace, someone else was there before me.
You son of a whore.
Yeah, it's not like she was raped or anything. You know, she wanted to do it. Smack. You can see that coming miles away. I'm laughing, but it's not cool.
Eminence, Lady Blunt is here.
Very well.
Pretty strange to see Sam Neill as a cardinal. In my mind, he's always the guy from Jurassic Park.
I am with child, Your Eminence.
From the king?
It is His Majesty's child.
You are certain?
Yes.
That changes a lot.
When you are no longer able to hide your condition, you will be removed to a private place for your lying in.
Yeah, banished from court.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
I think she better... It was better if she didn't say anything at all. He's riding a donkey. Why the hell? I don't get it. Why is he riding a donkey? Why don't just go get on a horse or a...
Of course, Your Eminence, like an eagle.
I want an eagle, Mr. Pace. You can soar too high. Be a pigeon and shit on everything.
Yes. Yes, Eminence.
Who's that?
Why did you not present yourself?
I think he was a little bit impressed by who he saw in front of him. Really well sung. I think he needs a bath or something. Looks kind of rugged.
And you can play, it says, the organ and the flute. And can sing more than moderately well. Anything else?
Man of many talents.
How are the preparations going?
Very well. Both your army and fleet are assembling. Stores and provisions are being laid in. You could go to war in a matter of weeks.
Excellent.
He doesn't know that he's been secretly trying to arrange a treaty.
Wars are expensive. To pay for them, you have to raise taxes. That is not always popular.
No, I guess not.
In the past few weeks, I have conducted, on Your Majesty's behalf, an intense round of diplomatic talk.
What kind of treaty?
A treaty of universal and perpetual peace.
There's no such thing as perpetual peace.
The treaty is entirely new in the history of Europe, committing all its signatories to the principles of collective security and universal peace.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Any of the signatory countries suffer aggression, all the others would immediately demand that the aggressor withdraws. If he refuses, within 1 month, the rest would declare against.
So they're basically talking about NATO. An early form of NATO.
In some ways, I like it. I recognize it. So do you, Thomas.
Indeed.
But he doesn't want it. I'm getting the feeling.
What is it?
Your Majesty, the Duke of Buckingham insists upon an audience.
He's gonna complain about Brandon. Think he's still pissed off.
I demand that Your Majesty banish him from court with whatever other punishment Your Majesty sees fit.
There will be no punishment. Unless your daughter accuses Mr. Brandon of rape. Does she so claim?
No, she doesn't.
As far as I know, there has been no offense, so there is no need for any punishment.
Now she's gonna hate him even more.
Careful of Buckingham, Harry. He may be stupid, but he's richer than you are. And he can call upon a private army.
Oh, really? He might come for the throne then. Don't think that ever happened, but who knows?
About the other matter we discussed.
Which other matter, Your Eminence?
Oh shit.
Last, now I want my reward, and you can arrange it. Do you understand?
Does he want to become Pope or something? I think that fits in the grand scheme of things, the kind of guy that he was.
Poor you.
Oh man, her nose is really badly damaged.
Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted?
I think he struck her with his ring or something. Yeah, but he's Superman, come on. Oh man. Has he been hitting himself?
Your Eminence.
Your Grace.
I have some news for Your Eminence.
Is he finally gonna deliver?
I can assure Your Eminence of the support of the French cardinals of the conclave to elect a successor.
Yeah. Just like I said, you know, he wants to be Pope.
You will be elected Pope, Bishop of Rome, our new Holy Father.
Thank you, Your Grace. You make me feel truly humble.
Well, I don't think humble is the word to describe this guy.
Are you ill, Lady Blount?
No, Your Majesty.
Please stay.
Oh, she's pregnant. with your husband's child. Crazy.
And I cannot trust my English confessor. But I can trust you, though. Can I not, Lady Blount?
Nope.
I gave birth to a baby boy once. Sweet boy.
Yeah, but he died.
The king blames me. I know he thinks it all my fault. He does not know how much I suffer, how much I pray.
Yeah. Son was way more important than a daughter back then, but his daughter becomes queen, so that changes a little bit.
And since then we have had 5 stillborn children. A boy.
Damn. It's crazy. 5.
And a single living daughter.
Mary. She's still alive. Not on this day, but in the show.
In Leviticus, it says if a man marries his brother's wife, they will die childless. But you have a child.
I have no son.
First episode, they're already going to him doubting his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. Which, of course, he's gonna divorce in favor of Anne Boleyn. Man, she's really blue. Scratched up.
Thomas Boleyn, Your Grace.
I was talking about Anne Boleyn, now her father comes in.
Men of no distinction, new men without pedigree or titles. How does that help the prestige of his crown?
Your Grace.
His father only acquired the crown by force, not by right.
Your Grace.
Spouting those dangerous words again.
What is done is done. The king is the king.
Yeah.
The king is the king.
I think he better remember that. You don't want to go to civil war again.
We should talk again.
Man, this guy's playing some dangerous games, man. Telling everybody that the king doesn't deserve to be king.
What about his legs? Are his calves strong, like mine?
Majesty, no one has calves like yours.
Strange compliment.
You have 2 daughters, Sir Thomas. How do you protect them?
Yep.
Mary!
Oh, there's his daughter.
May we speak?
If he has to. He doesn't really want to, I think, but...
What don't you like?
Your beard. You are giving my daughter away to the Dauphin and to France. You did not even consult me.
She's mine to do with as I see fit. It's a great marriage.
I see Wolsey's hand behind this.
Yes, he's right about that.
I cannot disguise my distress and unhappiness.
Well, you're going to have to.
Damn. Paris.
There is to be a summit between King Francis and King Henry near Calais. I am to arrange it. That means you will both have the opportunity to meet the King of England.
Oh, that's, what's her name? Natalie Dormer? Game of Thrones?
And Anne Boleyn. To your futures.
To your futures without a head? Oh, shit. It's really weird that you know what's going to happen to all these characters. But... Damn. So humiliating for the guy.
Your Grace will apologize.
Continuing with the dangerous games.
I apologize if I have offended your majesty.
Your Grace may leave us.
But he doesn't apologize to Wolsey.
Your
Grace. It's time.
I thought he was back in Paris, and now all of a sudden we see him here. So he's back again from Paris or something? Talking about Berlin? You just saw him with his daughters, and now all of a sudden he's sitting there. Or maybe it's a mistake.
You're to purchase as much cloth of gold and silver as you can find. It's a better thing to bribe the guards with.
Yes, Your Grace.
Then I want you to proceed to our estates and do as we discussed, just making some noise that we're only raising men to defend ourselves.
Damn. He's planning a coup, probably.
If you want to keep the child, I will arrange for her to be moved to the house in Jericho. I will also deal with her husband.
Are they going to kill her? I hope not.
Once told me how he planned to assassinate Richard III. He would come before him with a knife secreted about his person.
Yeah, it has to be a mistake that Berlin is there. He went back to Paris. He was there with his daughters. So.
Can't wait for the summit. It'll change the world forever.
That is my dearest hope and my ultimate belief.
So that was the first episode of the Tudors, and I gotta say, yeah, it's a great episode right off from the start. It's pretty cool to see all these things develop and all these characters that you know, at least, you know, if you read about them like I have, you know, I know what happens to Henry VIII, I know what happens to Anne Boleyn, I know what happens to Wolsey, I know what happens to Thomas More, you know, I think they all get their heads cut off, not Henry VIII of course, but all the other guys, and Anne Boleyn. So that's really cool to see. It's also really cool to see, you know, how the inner workings are at the court. All the ladies in waiting, fooling around with the king. I have no idea if that happened in real life, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Yeah, also cool to see Catherine of Aragon, of course, his first wife, and yeah, we know it's only his first wife of the 6 that he has at the end. And yeah, it's like I said also during the reaction, the costumes look amazing. Like with the jousting scene, the armor really looked amazing. The inside of the palace looks good. You know, the acting is really good. Yeah, so no complaints from me so far. It's for me it was a great episode to start with, and lay the foundations I think for the rest of the seasons. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. And you know, I think the biggest plot point from this episode was that Buckingham guy wasn't really happy with Henry VIII being king, and he feels like he should be the king. And it seemed like at the end he was planning some sort of coup. I don't think that's really a smart thing to do, because I think it will probably get him killed. I don't really know anything about this Buckingham guy. I haven't read about him. Maybe I have, but I don't remember it. But you know, so I don't know if that's all really happened. I don't know. There were some things that they changed, like the palace that I mentioned in the beginning. That wasn't in the king's possession at the time. I think it was only that he acquired it after Wolsey's death. Yeah, and the ambassador in France that was killed was his uncle. That's also, I think, not the case. You know, it's been a while since I've read something about Henry VIII, so some things are a little bit hazy. But yeah, I think those things were changed with the real history. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, that's what you can expect from a TV show like this. You know, they're going to change things up to involve more drama, or to have some, the political scheming and the drama behind the scenes at court to play out, you know, because I don't think much of that stuff is written down. And so, yeah, you have to make that up, you know. I don't think it's written down anywhere who Henry VIII slept with, you know. I don't think that's something that they recorded. So yeah, we don't know if that happened, of course, but it sets the tone, you know, as a guy who doesn't take his marriage very seriously, and he sleeps around with all the ladies in waiting to his wife. And yeah, like he said in the show, he married his brother's wife. That really was the case. Catherine of Aragon was married to his brother, and you know, he died, and you know, she said that the marriage wasn't consumed, so meaning that they didn't have sex. And according to the Bible, that left the door open for Henry to marry her, and which had happened. But now he's starting to think, you know, maybe I've cursed my marriage. I think that what he said, 5 stillborn children, that's a lot. And yeah, he's really craving to have a son, and he has a daughter, Mary, but yeah, he wants a son, and that's what he's aiming for now. So they're setting the stage already for his big divorce. He's going to divorce her, I know that. And I think the divorce even is the reason why he breaks with the Catholic Church and establishes the Church of England. So yeah, they're setting that up in the very first episode, and we got a glimpse of Anne Boleyn as well. And that's really cool. And yeah, like I said, I think it was a mistake. Her father, the father of Anne Boleyn, went back to Paris, met up with his daughters, and then all of a sudden, the next scene, he was back at court. And when Buckingham was plotting the coup. So I think that's a mistake, or maybe he traveled back, and because maybe some time between this last encounter with the king while playing chess and him being back, you know, maybe sometimes in between it, I don't know. But yeah, the king sent him back to handle all the negotiations or the logistics around the peace summit. So yeah, I don't think he would be back that soon, but yeah, we'll see next episode where he is. And you know, remember, it's only the pilot. I don't know, sometimes things get changed after the pilot if the show gets picked up, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, for now, like I said, great first episode, can't wait to see the rest. And please leave your comments, what you think of the show, what you think of this episode, what you think of Henry VIII and everything. You know, drop all your thoughts in the comments. I really like to discuss everything that I do in my reactions. You know, talk about the show, talk about the real history that occurred. And yeah, if you like this video and you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe as well. That will really help out the channel. And yeah, and for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on episode number 2. Bye bye.